And we're live. Hi everyone, this is Amateur Gamer, and now we're returning to Civ 5 Vox Populi. And yeah, life has been busy, but I finally found time to cover the two betas in November. The first beta was really short, so I wasn't really in the mood of covering it by itself. So I'm going to cover it now. So some of the changes have been adjusted. So let's just go right into this. Give me a moment, I need to switch things around. Okay, so first we had a version for November 8th. There, did I screw up on? I'm so confused. Okay, I'm like, is there no luxuries anymore? Okay, maybe this is spawning. Okay, so I mean, sometimes with mod packs, I have some issues. I wish I could resolve those, but sometimes mod packs, at least the ones I make, aren't the most reliable. So first, November 8th. What we need to look at first is apparently there are some problems with certain yeah, that's the thing with my mod packs. They're not always the most reliable. I don't know how to fix it. I wish I knew. Maybe someone watching this could. So first, agribusiness. So agribusiness is available fertilizer. Before it was +3 production and +3 gold from farms and pastures worked by the city. Now it's just +2 because people say it's too powerful. And then it also has 10% of gold counts. Wait, what? 10% of food created by the city counts as gold per. Ooh, okay, that can very easily. Wait, 10% of food. I don't think it's that tough to get 70 food. So the agribusiness could pay for itself, and that's in addition to whatever yields you could get from your farms and pastures. Okay, agribusiness is definitely one of those buildings, especially your capital, right? Your capital, guess what? At least over 200. Like if you're sloppy like me and don't focus a lot on food, you could get like, let's say 210. You get 21 gold. Yeah, it really pays for itself. Next, these are so heroic epic. Before it gives, and right now it's just showing all of these random. I installed Nubia, but I can't play them because they don't seem to have a. They call it. At least it doesn't seem like they have third and fourth unique components. Maybe it's my install. Maybe I downloaded the wrong file. But yeah, heroic epic. Before you get a free great general, now it's a free great rider. I don't know why people complain. There's nothing wrong with getting a great general early on, right? I mean, maybe you need an advantage over your opponent. And ironworking, not only does it give you swordsman and catapult, but also give you a great general to get started on warring. I guess some people just don't like it. I guess a great rider is nice as well because that's still a pretty significant amount of culture early in that game. And if you go tradition, and if you have what do you call it? If you have splendor, you will get 50 culture, which is not an insignificant amount at that point. And then terracotta army got changed. terracotta army got changed quite a bit. So instead of giving you a copy of everything, right now it increases military supply cap by 5, which is not an insignificant amount, especially early on when you want war and want to have. At least on higher difficulty, you can actually challenge the enemy for at least in army size, high improvement. So that was from the pyramids, and you also get plus 10 culture when you destroy enemy unit scaling with era. I don't think it's as much as authority. It shouldn't, but it's a decent amount, so definitely nothing you overlook. So right now, if you go downwards to get terracotta army, can be worth it. Maybe get terracotta army and Great Wall. You'll be in pretty good position defending yourself. And you even benefit from kills. Pyramids loses tile improvement. Yeah, pyramid got changed again. The November 8th version gives you 250 golden age points, but that has been changed, as you can see in the November 25th version. It kind of works better with artistry and tradition, or tradition. The next, mountain range units, movements. Yeah, mountain range units have been going through a lot of changes, so I think they got changed as well in, yeah, okay, November 25th version, which is the one I'm going to talk about now. As, I mean, right now we still haven't decided on what's the best way to tackle mountain range units, so there might still be a couple of changes before we finally decide on something. Now, first, for November 25th version, cities start weaker combat strength and health wise, and they scale a little slower. So overall, that means, yeah, cities are a little weaker overall, which is fine because sometimes I feel the cities are just way too strong. Like, you finally cleared out the enemy forces, but the city survives long enough that on higher difficulty, the AI could just rebuild their forces and suddenly get to mow down another, carpet of death for the AI. That is not fun. And there's also a slight reduction in Empire Needs modifier. Slight. Go up here. The code. Yeah, this is capital, so it doesn't really show. So Empire Needs penalty is that the larger your empire, the more unhappiness you get. Guess this will help resolve a bit of it. And the next one, I don't even know why it was changed in the first place, but for whatever reason, at some point in the game, I don't even know when, discovering oil was moved to biology. And while that kind of makes sense, the problem is like you get a lot of combustion, you can't build or upgrade to land ship because you don't have oil. You can't discover it, even though oil well is available at combustion. So I'm glad this is moved back. This is where it should be. Like, there's no reason it should be up there. So that's a good thing. And then the Pantheon got changed. Now, this Pantheon is in the right direction, but I still feel it's not enough. So this is Goddess of Springtime. Yeah. So right now, Goddess of Springtime, if you remember, in the past, it was you get gold and fruit from plantations and faith from markets. Now it's changed so that it's herbalist, and what that means is, so plantations and herbalists are from the same text, so you don't have to research 2 different texts to benefit from it. So I kind of like that quite a bit. I wouldn't mind if Herbalist got like +3 faith instead of +2, because that will make finding a bit more reliable. +2 is not that high. Actually, 110. Okay, yeah, they cost the same. Actually, you get science as well. I mean, the science is nice. I'm just wondering if you could find with Goddess of Springtime. We'll see. And as can you imagine, before, no, Goddess of Renewal now has markets. So now markets give food and science. If anything, I think Goddess of Renewal got buffed. I mean, look at this. You get faith and culture for working juggle at forest tiles. You get food and science from markets. And then you get gold from the markets themselves. So basically, you get all the yields. Now, finding may not be the easiest. Overall, this is actually in a pretty good spot. Now, this does hurt Iroquois if they want to go for Goddess of Renewal, because their longhouse is an herbalist replacement. But overall, I like this change. Now, if Goddess of Springtime could be buffed a bit more, that's what I would like. So next, Wonders. Yeah, back to Wonders. Pyramids, instead of just giving a flat amount of Golden Age points, now it's +50 Golden Age points where you expand a great person scaling with era. I think, wait, +50, I think that's the same. Yeah, 50 Golden Age points. So if you go Tradition and you get Splendor, you'll get Splendor, you get the Pyramids, you'll get +100 Golden Age points. Dealing with Era, that could give you probably like 1 or 2 more Golden Ages. Huh, that would be very interesting. Next, Pentagon. Oh yeah, Pentagon has a huge, massive change. And it's in the right direction. It's actually something I suggested, but they say it's new code, but apparently they made it happen. So, Pentagon. When you get the finish Imperialism and increases military supply by 1 in all cities. Wait. Yeah, in every city. And increase the air unit cap by 2 in every cities. That's what I asked for, but they're like, oh, it needs new code, so that it's not possible. I'm glad to see it. So basically, this is like a air focused, right? So right now, you're limited to 2, an air unit cap of 2 for cities, up to 6 if you have airport, and if you have Pentagon, you get another 2, which could make air units quite a bit more viable. Oh, and you get 2 free jet fighters? Wait. Jet fighters. These guys. That's a bit broken. Fighter I can understand, but jet fighters? Yikes. And air units created in the city gain +20 experience. And +50 production 50% production of air units. Overall, it might make air viable for those going for Imperialism and gets the Wonder, because you just have so much more to work with. Yes, 2 free jet fighters. That is wait. The description. Yeah, 20 experience. I guess I'm using the hotfix. I guess the old one says 25, even though it should be 20. Now, promotions. Ooh, yeah, this is pretty big. So, both China and Inca, their unique unit got hit. So, yeah, I hate this. I don't know what's happening. But I'm too lazy to change it. If I could play the game, I'm not gonna bother. So, siege volley. So if you remember correctly, oh my god, look at all of those. If you remember correctly, both the Choconu of China and the Slinger of Inca has logistics. And that's very broken. So now the change is that they get promotions that replaces it. So for the Choconu of China, they get plus 25% combat strength when adjacent to or in a city. Wait, plus 25% combat strength when adjacent to or in a city. Does it have to be a friendly city? Nearby city. I'm assuming it's friendly, but the way it's written, it seems like if you're near enemy city, I mean, you can't be in the enemy city, but you could be adjacent to it and get extra combat strength. So defending, they are very powerful. That extra combat strength will come in handy. And deal 5 damage to all enemy adjacent to targeted units. So basically a splash. As you know, range units don't get splash. So now they actually, oh shit, there's actually something. Actually, they forgot to change the range combat strength, because without logistics, that should be higher. I will mention that in the forums, if I remember. And then Slinger. The Slinger, they also got a change, concussive hits. So apparently they ignore zone of control now. Wait. Yeah, ignore zone of control. Range attack, inflict dazed status on enemy using their combat strength by 15% for 5 turns. 15% is a lot. You gotta remember that early game, like for let's say melee unit, their promotion gives them 20%. So if they lose 15%, that makes them quite a bit weaker. And ignoring zone of control means that your slinger can move around much easily. Range. Yeah, no, slinger is fine. The Choconu needs a bit of a RCS increase since they lost logistics. Yeah, there's no mention of that. Okay, so there are some other promotions. Yeah, going back to promotions. Pretty annoying. These are all, yeah, I don't know what's going on. There might be a slight conflict. There might be just a poor integration. It's probably my fault. Oh, anti-tank rounds. This isn't. I can't find it at all. Wait, am I reading it wrong? Yeah, anti-tank. I mean, this should be not air. It should be like ranged. Yeah, that's naval, so no. Not siege. It should be somewhere. No? I don't think it's any of those. I tank. Maybe I'm just blind. Like, I don't see it. Hunter. No, it's not tank hunter. Yeah, no, it's not. I don't even know where the promotion is. I mean, it might be one of the ones that screwed up here, but they're all specific to a Civ. Huh. Promotion. Yeah, that's the Roman one. Carrier, air, scouting, diplomacy, healing. Oh, here. Oh, it's a unit attribute. Okay, that's why. So apparently before anti-tank is 100%, now it's 50. What they're trying to do is buff the armor units so that they're more powerful. So first, reducing the bonuses against them help. And right now, formation, which was available to, I know mounted, and I think for melee as well. Oh, it's a nightmare. Okay, yeah. No, it's just, yeah, melee, gunpowder, armor, mounted. So before it has bonuses against mounted and armor units. Right now it doesn't have bonus against armor units. Basically trying to make it harder to counter armor units. And machine gun penalty now minus 50% RCS versus armor unit. Wait. Machine gun.